Okay. Howdy, y'all. Rooster here. I happen to have a little bit of free time off of work and am able to sort of comment on the state of SMI right now. I just spent about like 5 or 10 minutes trying to go through the update notes to make this point. But about a month or two ago, the devs for one of the update notes said that one of the things they were going to try to concentrate on was making console connectivity more, but just better for like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. And to me, that actually meant something because as a Switch player, last year in the summer was when I finally had to stop playing Conquest. Like I have to look back through my history, and you guys are feel free to look through my my profile, Rooster's Music. I'm pretty sure the last Conquest game I was actually able to get into was over a year ago. I could be wrong. There could be one or two here or there. But generally speaking, it's been over a year since me as a Switch player have been able to actually connect to a casual Conquest game and not be DC'd at any time, even if that includes connecting, and then if you press the minus button, which is like bringing up all your builds, it will crash on you. It's been at least a year since it's been like that. So when Hi-Rez recently released their update notes saying that one thing that they were trying to work on was connectivity issues with consoles, I was actually stoked because then it's like, to give you guys an insight, and you can look back on all the streams on my Twitch and my YouTube, if I play anything besides Joust or Slash, and possibly Arena, but I don't play much Arena, but if I play anything besides Joust or Slash, I disconnect. And even like a couple months ago, it was getting to the point where even my ranked Joust games were often being disconnected as well. So I was only allowed jungle practice, casual Joust, and casual Slash without like the threat of being just DC'd for no reason. And a couple of those I even got like long-term bans, like a day or 2 days. But even still, I mean, it kind of sucks. Queuing in, you queue up a Conquest game, doesn't go through, you get a 10-minute ban. You go through a Joust game, you get a 30-minute ban. And then you go through a third game, you get through, you play it, fine. Fourth game, DCs, you get a day ban. I could be misrepresenting that a little bit. Maybe it goes to 12 hours and then a day or something like that. But I mean, Hi-Rez has this information on me. My information's totally public. I'm not a player that really like quits midway through a game, like unless I really have to for timing. But all the games that I don't even connect to the game, it's very, very honest, very there. So coming back to the main point, a couple months ago, or like about a month ago, Hi-Rez announced that they were going to try to make the connectivity issues a little bit better for consoles, and that kind of excited me because I would really, really honestly like to play something besides Joust. Joust is kind of a little boring. It's always the same, and it's even more than Conquest, it's subject to meta picks. So if you have somebody who just knows the meta and blocks out everything that can counter what they're doing, then there's not much you can do. And also the fact that Smite's player base is so low that like most of the time there's not enough people queuing in the ranked queue to give like an accurate matchmaking experience. That all aside, I will try to stay on focus, which I have not. Hi-Rez announced that they were trying to make connectivity issues for consoles better recently, and the last about week I have not been able to actually queue up into a game because, so I'll log in and it used to, I don't have a cursor on my live stream, but right around where it says battle points, houses at war, it will have an undefined UND right there. And then once it actually displays my rank, that's when I'm able to actually go into play and select all of these different options. Sorry. So usually, like I'll log in, Nothing over on that side. The chess thing, merchandise store, battle pass stuff, none of that actually shows up until this thing down here. The battle pass goes from UND, which I'm assuming is undefined, to whatever rank you actually are at that time. In the past, that's when I've been able to queue. So then, like, before that, you press play, it does not bring anything up, okay? Recently, now, I will queue in, and that battle pass will be 60 right when I log in. But then I go to these, joust ranked 0, click on it, nothing. I can do this literally with everything. So the reason why I'm demonstrating that is because it seems like it used to be like there was something that you could use to judge whether or not you were actually connected enough to participate in a match, which at that point was just like a simple number associated with my battle point rank, with my battle pass rank, which is kind of easy to connect with over the internet. Like, you just connect that and you're good, and that should be enough to like connect you to a match as well. But as you can see now, literally all queues, except for these queues, which, I mean, conquest ranks are 5+ minutes, so that's easily less than the time that I've been on. There's just not even really an option to like queue anymore. I could do another stream where I have some friends that I queue with. They both play PlayStation. Like last night, I was not able to queue by myself. This same problem, unable to do any sort of queuing. But then once my friends logged on the PlayStation, then I was able to join their party, and then they were able to queue, and I was able to get in the game through them. So, I mean, dude, I'm a casual gamer. I don't make any money from streaming. I don't make. I'm not competitive. I don't play on teams or anything. I don't have any stake in this besides just that I'm a gamer, a casual gamer, and I like to, when I give money to people, also Hi-Rez, you can check how much money I've given you over the last 2.5 years, how many people in general pay you money for your game to work, and it just doesn't work. Okay, and it's possible that I'm in like the tiny minority, and so because I am part of that tiny minority, it's not worth for you guys to put that effort into it, right? Because, like, let's just say like there's 1,000 people who play Smite, and I'm like the only Nintendo Switch person, like a crazy hypothetical, but like I'm such a tiny percentage of the player base that it's not worth it for you guys to actually make the game like a fun experience. That's possible. So things just seem to get into like a playable, queuable manner. Yep, as you can see over there, it's finally queuable. It's been 8 minutes since I've been kind of like ranting and doing this, and dude, most people are not willing to last that long, and I'm solo queuing, so I would bet money on that I am part of the minority of people who like Smite enough to just queue independently, regardless of how honestly terrible the matchmaking is, and how terrible the connectivity issues are, and how terrible the balancing is. I am one of the few people who like the game in spite of all of that. That's kind of why I'm even making this video. Is like, I don't even really want to stream it, or I don't know what to do, because now when I go to stream, I have to sit around. For the other night, it was like a half hour sitting around, and I was not able to actually queue until my friends logged on. I'm glad that during this stream, it was actually able to connect. So, I guess my only thing is I would hope that somebody at Hi-Rez possibly see this. Probably not, because I'm a nobody. I'm a musician who does this kind of stuff for fun. So, I don't know, if anybody sees this and agrees with anything that's happening in it, feel free to like it, comment, share it to somebody at Hi-Rez. If you're somebody who knows somebody who works at Hi-Rez, please show them this. Like, I know it's not that much, but I also know from how many content creators talk about how bad Hi-Rez is with managing Smite, like, just add this to the list, man. I don't need to pontificate anymore. It's been a 10-minute video, and I'm not even a content creator, so hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. Know that I really like Smite as a game. I like MOBAs, and I like this kind of over-the-shoulder, third-person way of executing it. They just need to actually make a decent game. Or else... I didn't play Smite for many, many months, probably 6 months, because of this connectivity issue. And now that I came back, I only do Joust and Slash. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I'll be able to be doing more music stuff. I've just been very busy in the last, like, month and a half, 2 months, and have neglected a lot of my social media self-imposed responsibilities, especially just... I want to do more YouTube stuff and kind of skew away from Facebook and Instagram and that kind of stuff. So, again, thanks guys for joining in, and maybe I'll stream for a little while before I do something else today. But